Grady White Boats' reputation for designing ruggedly elegant fishing boats is legendary. Our attention to quality, detail, and customer service is unmatched. From our Fisherman 180 and Coastal Explorers series to the unrivaled Canyon 456, you'll find no boat that rides better and offers more fishing amenities. Go ahead, experience fishing at its best. Get the Grady.
Hello and welcome to the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, today's program takes us down to Atlantic Beach. We're going to be fishing for bonita and blues.
That's right on the Liberty Ship, one of the favorite places to catch bonita in the spring and April when they first show up. That's where they congregate, and they'll stick with us for a couple of weeks depending on the water temperature. The day we fished was a couple of days before they actually caught a lot of bonita, and I thought we had timed it perfectly, but the fish were off that day, and we caught some bonita, but the bluefish were abundant, so we kind of mixed those in and gave you kind of a tandem show.
Joe, what about the tackle that we used on this particular day?
We'll go back and the guys will share with us the same baits catch both fish, so it made it kind of easy for us, and really at times the bluefish were so thick it was hard to get to the bonita, but just a fun show.
Well, the fishing continues because in our journal moment today it's largemouth bass on crankbaits.
That's right, in one of our Piedmont lakes, a show we did several years ago targeting bass in fairly deep water using crankbaits.
Plus Donna Reynolds, she's in the kitchen with venison stew. We've got all that and a lot more. It's coming your way on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Let's see. Come on, boys. Come on.
Back up.
Come on.
Now, when on the surface like that, you just bring it across the surface?
You just run it right across the surface. There they are right here. They're right here between us and that other boat. All right, let's see if they'll eat it. Oh, there he is. Oh, come after it. Come on, come on, come on. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Oh, he hit it again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, you've got bad aim. You've got bad aim. He hit it 3 times and never took it. 3 times and never took it. I can't believe that. Come on, guys. Come on, come on. Come on. He was running it right across the surface. He had his back out of the water, chasing it. That's a good sign.
That's a little bit on the surface.
Yeah, that's a real good sign.
Playing with those little bluefish here. These bonita going.
Well, keep an eye on them. They'll run those minnows back up here in a minute. I'll let this bait sink just a minute. He wanted it, but he just couldn't. He couldn't catch up to it. Couldn't catch up to it. You'll probably
he hit it as soon as you threw it out there, didn't he?
Oh, he grabbed it. Well, I marked that bait. You marked that high bait over the structure. That's what they were pushing up here the other day. There we go. All right, come on.
Sink a minute.
There he goes.
There he goes again.
Yeah. Tell you what, on light tackle, I'm using, a medium action spinning rod and 12-pound line, and you just have a blast with these fish.
Yeah.
Just have a blast with them.
Now, these fish size-wise, this time of year, usually just a couple pounds?
Most of them, well, the bonita's not very big anyway. There he is, right in the water. Most of them are 4 to 8 pounds. There he is. That's a nice one right there.
Yeah.
But they do have sharp teeth.
So we're using fluorocarbon.
I've got a 40-pound fluorocarbon tippet on here.
So I'm using 30 pounds. So.
Grab that rod just a second. I didn't bring my landing net. But they got a handle. That's a nice one there.
So they are good to eat.
Oh man, they're excellent eating.
Well, I'm only keep one.
You want to keep one?
Trying it. Yeah.
Sure, they're great. We'll keep this one.
Throw them right in this box here.
Okay.
Get them to bite here.
See where they got to. Oop, there was a little bite. Oop. Let them sink just
down
a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
There he is.
Let's see if we can't get a double here.
I saw him busting. I didn't know they were that close to it.
Well, they're right underneath this bait right here. The bait's right under the boat.
Tighten and drag a little bit there on him.
I got you.
He really ain't made a good run yet. He just
doesn't know he's hooked too bad.
He's getting ready to find out. He's a little smaller when that first. Oh, that's a
big
bluefish.
bluefish.
Yep, a little bit bigger blue.
Big bluefish.
Oh, he wasn't taking any drag.
I got you. It's all right. We'll find one of those neaters hiding underneath here soon. There he is. Got another one. Yeah. He doesn't know he's hooked yet. He's swimming to. Yeah, he does. He's moving out to the right.
He's figured it out.
He's fixing to. If you'll cast right towards the big building over there, I think you might. He hadn't. Uh-oh. No, it's another bluefish. Oh, we pulled some big bluefish off the bottom. Didn't think he was taking line, just like, oops, just like yours. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here.
You hit that release button and got him on the hook easy that way. Now you got to catch him.
That's all right. Come here, come here, come here. That's all right. Nice little bluefish. We were getting them about twice that size here the other day.
Really? Yeah, that water warms up this time of year. Everything just starts coming in.
Well, you got so much bait around here. I mean, usually the bluefish, we don't catch those on the surface like that. They're usually down if you let your bait sink a little bit. You can catch all of them you want out here. Usually, if you're running your bait across the surface real good,
they'll leave the bluefish will leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it alone, and bonitas will grab it.
And Joe, you know, it's late April now, but when do these bonita usually show up?
They normally start to show up about when the water temperature gets around 60, 61 degrees. Usually it's around the second week of April, depending on how your weather's been.
Right.
And they usually stick around here on these inshore wrecks and reefs till about the second week of May. You got about a month window to fish for them. When the Spanish mackerel show up good, about the second week after the Spanish show up, they'll move off. That's the way it normally seems to go.
Water gets a little too warm.
Yeah, the water gets up around 68. They like it a little bit cooler. But yeah, it's a real good fish early spring. Like I said, when everything's start getting down around 60 degrees, 61 degrees is when they'll start to show up. That's when your bait on the reefs start to show up. And that's when they show up, and they leave about the second week of May.
Now, will you see them? You see them come back as the water cools off in the fall?
No, for some reason they don't make a second run around. They just, I don't know whether they're way offshore and they migrate farther to the south, but we don't see them here in the fall. I wish we did, but we don't get them here in the fall.
Which I know, normally you see that false albacore in the spring and the fall.
Right. Oh, there's
one
right there.
Right there.
One just boiled on it right there.
I saw it right.
Yeah, right there. Come on.
20 feet from the boat.
Right here beside the boat. Coming right through the middle of them. Can't believe that.
I saw the boil.
Yeah. Right over this stack of bait that we're over right now. They can be aggravating.
It's amazing.
But they're fish, what can I say?
Well, that's what makes it challenging. The challenge
right.
of being able to come out here and try to catch something.
There he is. There he
Got
is.
him.
Yeah, got him.
There
Right
he
there.
is.
Got him.
Good show.
That's him. That's him.
Let me get over you here.
Yeah, there he
He
goes.
is right there.
Hit it right here at the boat. Bluefish.
Bluefish. Lots of blues out here.
I tell you what,
too.
I can't believe how many blues there are. I mean, this high, there's plenty of them. If you get down below 20 feet, the bottom's just covered with them. But usually when you're cranking a bait that fast, some of these larger blues will come up. And if you're going to eat one, that's a good eating size bluefish. About a pound, good release too. About a pound and a half, 2 pounds.
Get an easy release there.
That's the way I like to release them. I'm not going to mess with them. That's the way I want to release them.
Time to catch another one, Joe.
Maybe we'll get us one on this drift.
Yeah, that wind's
to the bottom.
freshened up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Here he is.
There you got one.
Finally.
What you got there? Either a big bluefish or a bonita.
Foul hook bluefish.
A foul hook bluefish. No, we're not looking for a foul hook bluefish. We want a bigger bluefish.
Might be.
Come on, fish.
Doesn't really take a lot of line.
Nah, he's kind of going round and round, isn't he?
I can get under you there, Joe.
He's going round and round in circles. That's a nice bluefish.
That's a bonita.
It's a bonita.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure is. Hang on a minute, I'll help you grab him. Yeah. Round and round and round he goes. Pretty bonita. He's gonna get my glasses all wet, I can tell.
He just figured out he was hooked. There he goes.
Now he's running.
Had him right here at the boat before he figured out he was in trouble.
I'll tell you what, you do that and I'm gonna cast out here because usually they come in more than one at a time. Yeah, you did. Sometimes they will. They just come right towards the boat.
There he is. He come right up there. I thought we had him.
Yeah.
He's got second ideas.
Yeah, he's not through yet.
I thought it was going to be too easy when he came right up to the boat.
I got you.
There he
He's
is.
down there swimming around. Now there he went.
Yeah.
See if I can't pick one up here off of that one. Usually they're in schools anyway.
Come on, boy.
Sometimes
I got him right down here where I can see him.
I see him down there.
Cannot turn him. It's light tackle. I got my hands full with this rod. Thank goodness he ain't a big one. There he is.
Come here, brother. Well, I'm trying to throw him back for you.
That'll work.
Just
That's
right.
a good fight for a fish that size, you know.
Oops.
Watch those teeth.
Yeah, those are pretty little fish.
Pretty markings.
Yeah,
and
black
stripes.
horizontal stripes. He's got some teeth on him now, though.
Yeah, he's got
They
a,
will flat eat
got a
up
good
some.
little fight for that size fish.
Oh yeah, and they're excellent. Excellent on the grill. Throw him back.
Fight another
Phew.
day.
Yeah, see, we can't find another one. Got to be another one
job,
hiding here
yeah.
somewhere.
Well, at least I know they'll eat this bait anyway.
Oh, they'll eat that bait. You just got to put it in
I
front
was
of them.
beginning to wonder. And Joe, earlier today the clouds were really thick and we didn't have any sunshine. Now the sunshine's come out. You know, how's that affect what we're doing here today with these bonita? What happens with the fish there?
Well, we've got some kind of dingy water here right now. It's not as clean as it has been earlier this week, all the rain and the wind we had yesterday. But when the sun comes out, the fish can see a lot farther in the water. So it should increase our chances of catching some fish here, because we're fishing chartreuse colored baits anyway. But it should, with the sun coming out, it should increase our chances a lot. If this water was a lot cleaner and clear, it wouldn't make that much difference. But it's kind of greenish, kind of a dirty green this afternoon. So every little bit helps.
Yeah, well, we'll take the sunshine. It's been a beautiful day as far as the
Oh, it
ocean.
has. Hadn't been any wind to amount to anything. It's been pretty. We just need 1 or 2 more bonitas. Could be a big bluefish. You never know. We got,
Good.
yeah. It hadn't taken any drag yet, but it's got a
Well,
little
that
heft.
one I had earlier did the same thing.
Got a little heft to him. Nah, that's a bonita. Yep, there he goes.
Circling.
Yeah.
Right here at the boat and starts cutting circles.
Yeah, well, you can. Yeah. Ooh, there he goes. Come back here.
He's not quite ready yet,
No,
Joe.
he's not quite ready. Shake that head.
Come on up.
Here he comes.
Yep,
Yep. Oh, little bonita.
there he goes.
There he comes.
Right there on the top. Good show.
Yeah.
Want some help?
Yeah. Either you can hold the rod or I
Here
can.
you go.
You got that?
Yep.
Got it. Get away from the boat. Get away from the boat. Get away from the boat. Didn't bring our net.
Yeah, let me put this other one down. I got.
Did not bring our net.
Damn, he
Oh,
just
well,
jumped off, Joe.
okay. Oh well, that's
Shook
all
the
right.
hook.
We got the fight out of him. Got
lost
him right here to the boat twice.
Yeah.
All we got to do is go catch another one
We
now.
got a good look at him too.
This is. I tell
That's
you
a nice
what.
fish. That sun's come out. Maybe it'll start biting a little
I
better.
think they will. We're gonna have to get up and get back up on top of that structure over there.
I think we need to move on up.
Yeah.
All right.
See if we can't get another one.
It was a good day of fishing, but Joe, the blues really saved the day.
Well, they did as far as numbers of fish. You know, a bonita on light tackle like we were using are great fish, and you know, you don't need a lot of those to make a good show, but the bluefish did, and that bluefish is a great fish too. So yeah, they kind of saved that day.
You talked about light tackle. Let's join our anglers for gear time.
Joe, we've been out here, came out pretty late in the afternoon, and it turned out to be a pretty day, and caught quite a few fish, lots of bluefish and a few bonita. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this light tackle we're using today and how we've been fishing for these fish?
All right, what we've been using mostly is light rods, 6.5, 7 foot rods with 12 pounds line on the spinning reels. We use a bait called a sting silver. That's what we've been using. Chartreuse has been one of the most predominant colors out here for the Atlantic bonita especially. That's what they call a slime lime. That's chartreuse and green, lime green. This is a chartreuse on one side and pink on the other. Chartreuse and white works good. It's just a hammered spoon. We take the treble hooks off and put a single hook on it because the bluefish are so aggravating to get off. You know, you miss a few fish that way, but yeah, it's a lot more fun to fish that way, a lot less work. Use a little short piece of 40 or 50 pound fluorocarbon as bite tippet. You can use wire. You're going to get less bites on the bonita using wire over the fluorocarbon, but you know, it works better. You want to cast your bait out, let it settle for about 10 or 15, maybe 20 seconds, let it get down a little bit. Then you want a good steady retrieve back. These fish, sometimes the faster you move it, the better they like it. The slower you move it, the more bluefish we catch. The deeper it goes, the more bluefish we catch. But you know, we catch Atlantic bonita, false albacore, bluefish, and Spanish mackerel all on this same bait out here around these reefs.
Well, it's been a good day, and appreciate you coming out and spending the day fishing and showing me how to catch these bonita.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah,
Enjoyed it
like I said, the pretty weather's sun's finally shown up now that it's later in the evening, and maybe we can get out here and catch one or two more before it's over with.
Yep. Okay.
All right, we'll go out there and try it again.
We'll go again.
All right.
Thanks, guys, for that valuable information. Our journal moment takes us largemouth bass fishing using crankbaits, and we'll catch up with Donna Reynolds. She's got a recipe for venison here on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Yeah, he's just a
Yeah, he's just a solid 3
just a
pound.
good solid fish.
Good solid 3 pound fish.
Yeah,
Let me help you with him.
I think I can get this one. Yeah, this is good. Boy, that fish took some drag there,
He
didn't it?
did.
Yeah, these fish are mean some days. Just some days they're mean as heck.
When they get turned sideways in that deep water, they can pull.
Think he was coming off? I don't think he was coming off.
No, I think
I'm just gonna have to get the pliers on.
you had him pretty well.
These are some strong ones over
I'm
here. Is
telling
that one
you.
pulling some drag?
Pulling a little drag, yeah. Look at that.
Gosh. Totally different spot, and all of a sudden it getting
Just
bit
getting
again.
them turned on here.
We hit this thing first thing in the morning, didn't get a bite, and stopped here just now and just picked up 2 bites. Look at the
another-
size of that fish. And
And
that
this-
son of a go was about pulling you right out of your hand.
I tell you, they're strong.
52-degree water, you think the fish be that active?
I'm telling you. Hate to see when it gets warmed up.
Never underestimate them. One thing to consider whenever you're out there fishing. Try some stuff and never underestimate them. Very few people will get out here and crank when the water temperature's in the 50s.
Yeah, that fish has got a lot of color. He's been
Yeah.
up here a little while.
Hi, today we're going to be making venison stew and dumplings in the kitchen. It's a great recipe. It's kind of hearty, something maybe when it's rainy and cold outside. It's a great recipe for you. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to preheat some oil in our pan. So while that's preheating, let's go ahead and we're going to season up our venison. We have our venison cut into cubes, and we're going to dredge that or sprinkle on a little bit of spicy breader. And this will help give it some great flavor. And then you don't have to worry about any other ingredients or seasonings pretty much for your dish, which is really nice because sometimes you just can't think of everything. So I've done it for you. So we're just going to toss that together, and then we're going to brown this in our oil until your meat is brown on the outside, and the leftover breader is going to help thicken our stew as well. So we're just going to saute that until everything is browned, about 2 to 3 minutes. Then we're going to add in some sliced carrots and some celery. You can also put an onion if you like, whatever you might happen to have. Saute that all together. We're going to add in some garlic, some chopped garlic, and you can use fresh, but I like to use I just keep some in my refrigerator in the jar, which is always helpful. I'm real into convenience right now. I try to make things from convenience items to make it look like they're homemade. So do that. We're going to put in some red potatoes that we've cut in half, and I would just buy, we're only going to cook this for like an hour and a half, so don't buy really big potatoes or cut them into smaller pieces. Otherwise, nothing like hard potatoes in your dish. I like my vegetables crispy, but not my potatoes. So I'm going to saute those. Then we're going to add in a little sugar, some tarragon, some Worcestershire sauce, some water, a little bit of corn, and some beef broth. And we're going to let it simmer for about an hour and a half until your meat is cooked thoroughly and your potatoes are tender. And then we're going to remove your lid, and we're going to make some dumplings to go on this. We're going to use 2 cups of biscuit mix and about 1 cup of water. And we're going to stir that together just until it's moist and all your liquid has been incorporated. Then we're going to drop these, and I like to use a scoop when I do this just because it's a little bit easier. And then they're a little bit more uniform. So we're just going to take our scoop, and it depends on how big you want your biscuits to be. So if you want them bigger, just use a bigger scoop. Just take them, and we're going to drop them into our simmering broth here. And then we're going to cook these for about 15 minutes until they're no longer tacky. And you want them to be kind of still a little bit soft, because dumplings are a little bit softer than a biscuit. But make sure you can put the lid on, and so that it won't, so they'll cook a little bit on the top. So let's put our lid on. We're going to cook those for about 15-20 minutes until they're not tacky. And let's take a look and see what they look like when they're done. This is a great recipe. It's nice and hearty, like I said. It's something too, if you wanted, you could put all of the soup or the stew part in a crock pot, go out, come back, and it would be ready, and then you can just put your biscuits on top. So I hope you enjoy the venison stew and dumplings. And this is Simple Cooking on Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Thanks, Donna. She's always got something good in the kitchen for us. Joe, let's head back down to the coast. Seems like it's always windy when we try to catch those bonitas.
Well, it has over the last 4 or 5 years. We've been trying to do a show actually off Wrightsville Beach when they show up down there, and every trip we've planned has been windy, too windy to work with. You know, it's April, it's spring, it's the time the winds show up at the end of March, and but you know, they're there when the water temperature is right, and just a lot of fun to catch, and the bluefish really saved the day, you know, as far as numbers of fish. We caught a few bonita, but needed a few more to make the show, and the blues showed up.
Thank goodness for the blues.
Oh, yeah.
Another great day outdoors in North Carolina. For Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. Thanks for joining us here on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information.
Grady White boats are known for uncompromising quality through exceptional attention to detail. On every model, from 18 to 45 feet, we incorporate exclusive features and quality components that you won't find on any other boat brands. Our exclusive CV2 hull design is ranked highest in every third-party survey done in the marine industry. So every day on the water will be a great day, no matter the conditions. Ask any Grady White owner and they'll tell you, get the Grady.